Hello, so we're doing an unboxing of Gubbins Exodus's new rules and Gubbins set by Warcradle Studios. This is for the new second edition Wild West Exodus. So if you guys need the new rules, you can go online as well as get these things. These things are 20 bucks. They're very cheap, and I have two sets of them because you'll see in a second here what the new game would need you to have, unless you want to just print it all off on their website. So for one, the rule book is on their website, which is pretty cool. So any erratas or updates they need to do, you could change it from the website. Just download it to your phone, iBooks, that kind of thing. So it looks really nice when this wood finish. No, it's not wood. It's actually cardboard. Looks like a wood vinyl. Looks like a nice redwood finish with a very shiny logo of WWE Exodus. So first things first, custom marked dice, which is pretty cool. 4 of them. Looks like they did something new these days. I just noticed that the original dice had a number 1 on it. So this one, the 10, is the WWX symbol, as you can see, and the 1 is actually an ace of spade with a skull in it. So you get 4 of those. Second thing is the action and adventure cards. I'll open this later and I'll explain to you later what this is. A very nicely, dear lord, I just noticed that this thing is huge. This is the quick small rule book. The rules, as you can see, like I said, you guys can get the rule book itself, download it. It's free online. You just go to www.wildwestexodus.com, go to downloads, rules downloads, and there's also erratas on it if you want. There's already like a page and a half of erratas, mostly just clarification of stuff, but as you can see, here's one you can read through, thumb through, stuff like that. Comes with an 8-inch ruler. Do I have this upside down? No, I don't have this.
You right side up.
Here is the ruler for this. Hey, look, it comes with a template. So this is basically both the torrent template, which is one of the weapons that you could have, weapon profiles of the on the game. It's like this, and the grenade or blast template is actually this circle thing here, and that's circle thing right here. Unlike the other games, though, if you miss a weapon that uses a template like this, the grenade or circle template, it just misses altogether. So there's nothing nothing that you need to do for like half damage or where blast go this way or that way, that thing. So and look, it actually whoa, haha. So I guess this fell off the thing here. So this is actually gives you 5 tokens: on the lookout, disordered, hunkered, stunned, hazard, and each one has 6 of them. So like I said, this is $20, and they're literally giving you the whole entire game, minus the miniatures. So, but like I said, you can get the rules and the stack cards online for the faction you want to play as. So that's easy to do. It's like I did it, and I went to Office Max. It was $1.50 to print out the guys that I needed. Okay, now we're gonna talk about this one. This is the action and adventure deck. This is a new thing that they Warcradle Studios did to the game. It's called action and adventure deck. So unlike Malifaux, where you have each character has a set amount of actions, in this game you're given a randomized action pool. Each card for the action deck would have a number, and you draw equal to how many units you have on the field. So it's a little bit of a tight squeeze in here. So I'm trying to open this. It's really tight squeeze. Ah! Don't want to break the box. If I have to, I will break the box. That's a little bit annoying. And they're all at Spiel 2017 right now, so. Haha! Oops. So this is the adventure deck, the bigger version. So this allows you to have random glory and guts. So again, this is one of the newer things that they added to Wild West Exodus, to show you what it looks like. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. So one side is glory and the opposite side is guts. Guts lets you do certain stuff. In this case, with this one, if you reveal this card in this guts mode, you could activate another unit if you like. And glory gives you the victory points that you want to do on top of the objective of or the scenario of the game. And in this case, it says achieve the following: destroy a hand unit in a shoot action this turn and score 1 victory point when you do so. So basically, if you destroy a whole unit of hands, that's in the rulebook. They're basically your grunts. Just using the shoot action, you get a victory point. So that's one of them. Oh, and if you guys are wondering what the upper right hand, upper
left,
right, left.
That's left.
Oh, if I'm looking this way, this is my right.
Mm.
So this number here indicates activation. So this is, I think this is for when you draw this and you look at the number if you're to see who's gonna be the to have the initiative. I think this is it. But in the rules, let me do a quick look at that in the rules. Hello. Oh no, that's action card. My bad, wrong one. So that's for the action card. But these numbers usually have like different abilities to them. So the upper right hand corner. These are the adventure cards, not the action cards. The action cards are these ones, these smaller ones. So I do suggest put this in this box, put the adventure deck in the box, but leave this and put it somewhere else because they will. I'm afraid to get it bent, and yeah. So here is the adventure deck, action deck. So the action deck, like I said, each character or unit has certain amount of doesn't say how much action points they have. Instead, when you activate them, when you draw these cards, let's say you're playing 500 points or lower, or 1,000 points or lower, you draw and you have 3 units, you draw 3 of these cards, and each one has a number of action points you could do. You could use the action points to move, shoot, get into combat, that type of thing. And then once you're done with that, then you get this card. You play it, it goes away, goes to your discard pile once you play with that unit. After that, after your opponent, once you're done, your opponent takes his turn, or he or she can take her turn, his or her turn, and it goes back to you. This game is a alternative turn-based, so it goes to the initiative player first, and then the opponent, and so on and so forth. So again, there's like 2 of these sets. There's 2 small. I think there's 48 cards in here. So this little number is the thing that gives you the initiative score. So during the deployment zone, before you deploy, you draw one of these and show to see who has the higher initiative value, Whoever has the initial value first gets to choose to go or not, to deploy first or not. So, but whoever deploys first, if the opponent deploys and then she finishes deploying her activation of his units first, then they could draw another card of this and make it so that they could steal the initiative. So, but every turn, this when you determine initiative, you just don't determine it by by draw. You determine it by these cards. Darn it, these things are very fidgety. I don't want to bleed. These things are annoying. Yeah, there we go. Finger. So there's certain amounts. There's the lowest is one action, and then I think the highest is 5, right?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. So every turn you draw these up to the maximum of depending on how many units you have, and then using your strategies, thinking, stuff like that. You use your strategy to, oh, there it is. There's only one 5 action point one. So if you want your leader like Abraham Lincoln to go crazy on people, you want to save this for him. But there are other things that would give you action points. That's all discussed on the rulebook. So what you could do with your actions. So you could move, shoot, like I said. You could dash, which is basically running forward, and you roll a d10 and a d5, and you get that much extra movement on your equal to your on top of your quickness value. You could even focus it. Focusing meaning you get a +2 to all your action rolls in this case. So usually a unit would have, let's say, 3 actions, and he wants to move and dash. In this case, he has to use 2 action points, 1 for moving, 1 for dashing, and usually you'll have to use a 3rd action point to use a focus. But in this case, in special ruling of dash, is actually a free action. So it's really hard to explain how the game works without the actual items in front of me. I should have brought that out, but actually no. Haha. Eileen, zoom on this. Hello. This one, the picture. Haha. There she is. So I'm using this as a reference. So this is Rani Rume. It's a new unit. She works for the Crown, which is one of the new factions. I'm trying to put this in place. As you can see, Fortune is basically kind of like Focus. You could use Fortune to reroll stats, or prevent get rid of negative effects on yourselves. I kind of like it because the ability scores looks like a 6-shooter barrel. Oops, right here. 6-shooter barrel. So starting from the top with the Q5 means that's her quickness. That's how fast she goes. M6 is her mind. Certain abilities will make you have to take a mind check. A is for aim, so that's range shots. So, and G is for guts for saves. Kind of like in 40k, you have saving throws. F is for fight, that's close combat, and L is for limit. Limit meaning that's how many action points she could spend on to do one full action. Just in a quick example, like I said, if you want to dash, so, or in this case run, which is dash and move and dash. So movement is 1 action, dashing is a 2nd action, and like I said, if you want to focus it, it wouldn't be a 3rd action. It will be actually a free action for that. So you could do that. So you could have so that's two actions right there. But her limit is four, so she could do actually in that full action she could do another four actions, like probably like hunker down or get into a house all as one shot, and that leaves down, if you're using three action, it uses up all your three actions. Now let's say you've already attacked once and you want to attack again with any of her weapons. Let's say she attacked with a revolver. Usually takes one action to attack. So to attack with one action, and she kills the. Oh, actually no. Let's go with the with the melee. Let's say she's in melee. She attacks the person. She gets she kills him in melee. Now she wants to attack again, but this time your any other attacks beyond that, with the exception of special rules, you have to spend 2 action points. So in this case, with the level limit level of 4, she could shoot. She could do a attack action, which is a range action for 2 action points. Then if she has enough action points, then she could add more to it by focusing it or doing any other special abilities to it, up to the limit of 4 actions. I know it's kind of hard, but if you guys want, I will be bringing my Union and my Confederate Rebels next week, and I will try and get people to start doing demos for these. I will say sorry in ahead of time. I won't have a lot of my models painted because I've been waiting for the second edition to come out first and see how it looks. But rest assured, I will be painting a lot of these guys. So it's going on my demos is going to be the Union versus the South. So the North versus the South, basically. Union versus the Confederates. Yeah, but anyways, basically for the abilities, if you want to do any of the abilities, if you want to shoot in action, your aim action is 6. So the TN or target number is always a 10. So in this case, with an action of a 6, all you need now is to roll a 4. Plus or minus any other abilities out there. Let's say if a person's behind cover and stuff, that's a -1 or a -2, depending on how far you're shooting. There are extra minuses like hunker down, long range. Long range is any range weapon that's beyond 12 inches. If you're shooting beyond 12 inches, it gets a -1 to your ability. So this will drop it down to 5. But she'll never have that because the weapon, her gun, is only range 10 at most. So, guts is basically if you get shot and you're about to get wounded, your guts is whatever you roll plus 6. It have to meet or beat TN 10. A lot of these things, a lot of the weapons will affect guts. In this case, is the middle row number here called piercing. In other words, let's say she gets hit by a piercing of 2, meaning this becomes from 6 to 4. Now she needs a 6+ to save herself. Fight is 7. Fight is meaning this is the ability to use any melee weapon. So fight plus, this case is you need a 3+ to even hit on a fight roll. So, like I said, I will get more of my guys up and ready by next week. So if you, Eileen, if you don't mind, zoom out a little bit from her. And then up here. So up here tells you her name, what size model she is. She's a medium base, holy crap. Unit, this unit consists of 1 model, which is her. So they made sure you can't have more than 1 person in this unit. She is a unique model, because it's right there. The 275 means that's her cost. She could work for 2 different factions. One's the one faction that's in one of the new ones. I don't know the red one back here, but yeah. And then her special rules are right there. This unit has common rules: metal, quicken the dead, Lageres, target priority, prodigious, prodigious. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and elite. So, and again, this is all covered in the big rulebook, like so.
You mean little rulebook?
Little rulebook. I am so sorry. Anyways, but that's me. Anyways, this is me. I hope you guys are having fun in Spiel 2017. Warcradle Studios. I am now really hyped for this game since I played it in Gencon. Thank you very much, Darren, for running me through a full game. I am so sorry that I beat you by 1 victory point, but you'll get your revenge on me next year. Promise. I will be back. But anyways, here you guys go. If you guys actually want to see that fight, there's a link to it on the Wild West Exodus Facebook page, and it was at least an hour. It was a nail biting fight to the death. There's also a link on YouTube, or if you guys want the link, I could put the link on under the comments after we have posted this up. So give me a shout out, and we'll let you guys have fun. See you guys later.